So we're back here on the Autocar project, and we're thinking this thing might be close to firing, so we'll have Bubba go over and tell you what he did behind the scenes.
Okay, we talked about this before, that the guy that was going to buy it thought the engine was locked up, and I went to look at it and put my ratchet on the accessory drive pulley, and I couldn't get it to budge either. So, but the more I got to looking at the belts and said, you know, this thing has been sitting here for 20 years. I started cutting the belts off. The alternator was locked up, froze tight, and once I got all the belts cut, the engine spins over free like it should, so I'm real pleased about that. And I went ahead and I made a new fuel line. There's no fuel in the tanks. They had sucked all the fuel out. I put a new fuel filter on it. It's a lot of these startup videos you see that guys will want to start it up after 20 years with the original fuel and that. But if you're just doing a startup video and you don't care what happens to the injectors, if there's dirt and water in there, that's okay. But this is going to be another project that's going to be a play toy running on the road. And so I didn't want to take any chances. There was a lot of water and rust in the fuel filter. Luckily it hadn't gone into the PT pump. So we got her just running off of a 5-gallon jug over there. I took the intake off the turbo. It spins free. Can't really put any oil in it right now, just the way they have their oil lines plumbed. Took the intake off for 2 reasons, just to make sure there was nothing. This old school air cleaner is kind of rotted out. I mean, I was afraid it was going to be full of critters up in the pipe, but it was pretty clean. And for just in case it takes off, which I really don't think it's going to. Cummins don't really have that issue when you don't have any rack or anything, but that's our emergency shutdown switch. I did hook some batteries up, just scabbed them in there. I don't know how they had them really, but they're in there and they're going to work. I did turn the key on in the dash, and things seem to be working, and the push button worked. But I unhooked the pump solenoid. It's working, but we're just going to run everything with my push button. And I put a external gauge for the oil pressure, so I can be over here cranking it, and if it fires, I can see what's going on pretty quick and figure out what we're going to do with that. I'm going to get up here, see if I got my batteries hooked up. Let me give this a little bump here. Okay, it sounds like it's going to turn. Let me go over up here. All right, I'm going to get my hot wire on the pump there. So let us see how far she turns. Good stuff. line off the oil pressure gauge out there and put a external, it probably would have been this one here. Air pressure looks like it might be coming up a little bit, but it doesn't have, like you say, it's got them oil leaks and everything.
Tag's not working.
Yeah, it may not. It may be, a cable might be broke. But
There's an air leaking down here.
yeah, it's coming there.
Oh, crud coming out of the exhaust.
Yeah. Turbo's spinning pretty good.
Sounds kind of sticky.
Yeah, well, it's cold. Jake probably hasn't run it. Worked, none of it's worked the last 20 years, so I just wanted to see if it was actually going to work. Really excited about that. Well,
Just a couple air leaks.
yeah. Most of that's coming from the transmission, the supply line
Oh,
going
yeah.
up to the shifter is where that's mostly coming from.
Couple exhaust leaks, nothing major. I think she'll head down the road now.
Yeah. Let me, I know the solenoid was working with the key. Let me go turn the key on, use the push button to see if that's gonna work to start it.
Alright, so now we know that she runs, so make sure you keep an eye out for some more videos on this thing. And we're going to try and get back on the horse with some of our other projects, but we're kind of just keep adding to the list. So we'll see what happens this summer, and hope you guys stay tuned. See you later.